hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Who taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate the race that you belong to? Don't let anybody make you think that God chose America as his divine messianic force to be a sort of policeman of the whole world. God has a way of standing before the nations with judgment, and it seems that I can hear God saying to America, you are too arrogant. If you don't change your ways, I will rise up and break the backbone of your power, and I'll place it in the hands of a nation that doesn't even know my name. Be still and know that I'm God.
Welcome again to Street Talk. My name is Ahmad Shakaraki. And on Street Talk, what we do, we deal with political, social, and economics here in Michigan, the U.S., and abroad. Now, joining me tonight is one of my great friends, Mr. Patrick Maynard.
Good evening. Glad to be with you again, Ahmad.
We got a lot to cover, but since we have the first debate, Democratic debate, coming up tonight, we're going to talk about the two candidates. We can talk about all four of them, but other two really don't count. You know, we just talk about we just talk about the people who count. You know, because the man from Maryland, he, you know, in his announcement that he would be running for president, all he could do was talk about Hillary Clinton. It's like, what are you going to do? It's like, what you going to be doing? I mean, what you going to do for the country? What you going to do to help some of the poorest people? What you going to be doing to help them? What you going to be doing to help the job situation and all that? But he was, you know, his whole thing was about Hillary Clinton. It's like, wait a minute, you know? So, right, I Z-raised him right away, you know. And the other guy, you know, he's a decent man, all that, but he don't have a program, you know. So for the waste time on them would be a waste of our time, you know. So we're gonna talk about.
Don't be surprised, you know, if they surprise you tonight, because they just might come through with something really strong that they might have been holding back, figuring, well, we have a lot of time.
Well, that might be true. It might be true, but and again, this is the first debate. They're supposed to have 6 debates. You know, this is the first one, and this is just we in October, so we got a year to go. You know, it's hard to believe the way the station's been portraying old Trump and everything. Every time he says something, he's on the air. You know. In fact, he said yesterday, they'll have a couple of minutes and then it'll be flat and everything and blah, 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 and there won't be many people watching. It's like...
Because Trump is not there.
Yeah, yeah, you know, who cares about him, you know? And the thing is that they're talking to people who gonna vote for them and others who don't know yet, you know. So you've had your chance. So why don't you just shut up and let these people go on? And we didn't hear that when their debate was. You know, this man he's so you know, so full of
it.
Yeah, you know. I mean, he has to be on TV, you know.
But this is the thing. He's getting a lot of free television coverage.
Yeah.
He hasn't put out, as far as I'm aware, any advert on TV yet. So why spend money when you could get it free?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But you know, and then the thing is that I was talking to a guy at the Y today. You know, he said, "Well, blah blah blah." I said, well, like, I'm saying, well, look, you know, he's getting all this free airtime, and the station just running him down every time he says something. They got to be there, and you know, we got a whole year to go. You know, a whole year, and they're running him down like this now. You know.
The big question, Ahmad, is he giving them substance, something worth reporting, or it's just purely hype?
He's giving them absolutely nothing, you know, because he said 3 weeks ago, "Oh, I'm gonna have my program all out, and I'm gonna have you know," and he the other week he was on this you know, this ship or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he's supposed to have been giving out his yeah,
he was supposed to talk about his program
Yeah.
for something.
yeah, and he
I think it was for veterans.
right. He haven't said a thing. You know, he nothing he said makes any sense. You know.
Now tell me, Ahmad, you're a veteran.
Hmm.
Trump supposedly claims to have all these veterans, and he's for the veterans and whatnot. Has he said anything yet that will appeal to you as a veteran in terms of what he would do for veterans?
No, and you know something, he's not going to say anything. And the other thing is, here's a man who had 5 deferments. 5 deferments. He did. Had 5 deferments. You know, but now he's going to say something or do something for veterans. You know, but you know, most of the Republicans, you know, other than George Bush, the senior George Bush, and I'm trying to think of and George Bush. Other than George Bush, you know, we haven't had a
McCain?
Yeah, McCain.
McCain.
But I'm saying president. We haven't had one. So again, man, we see some out here who dodged going to the service when the war and it was heavy and everything. But now, they're strong now. They'll, you know, what they'll do to other countries. But when they had a chance to do something, they you know, they chicken out and everything. You know.
I guess that's you had the opportunity, so use it. I'm in college, I can't go. I need a deferment. And you know, it was available to them, they took it. Lots of other folks went and signed up and did their tour duty and whatnot. But I'm not going to knock them hard for not going. You know, when I got my status and everything, I went to register, as I should. And the guy said to me, "Are you married?" "Yes." "Do you have children?" "Yes." "Or you have too much responsibility?" Now, I wasn't dodging.
No.
But he didn't even give me the form to fill out.
Okay.
Come to find out later, I could have called Puerto Rico and get him in some hot water because I could have gone straight in as an officer.
Okay.
So that would have been a big plus. But still.
Well, yeah. You know, I'm not knocking the guys who didn't go. Guys who like you, others who and in fact, when I got back I told my brothers, because I had another brother who was some 8 years younger than me. I told him, because at that time they had this, I forget what it was. Anyway, your number be coming up,
The draft.
Yeah.
The draft was still there.
And he was getting close, and I told him, go to Canada, but don't go, And this is the thing. For the guys who were poor,
yes.
know,
the poorer guys had to go.
right, and we got guys like Trump and all these other guys and old Romney and all these guys who looking at a way to dodge, looking for a way that they could get out of going. That's what irritates me. It's like, I mean, why are you had 4 or 5 deferments, just like old Cheney,
Yep.
but now they so tough now, So that's what irritates me, and they're willing to send somebody else on into war when they wouldn't go. See, that's what angers me.
Now, they want to be commander-in-chief. We got Hillary, we got Bernie, and a couple of other folks who are looking forward to becoming commander-in-chief.
Right.
What would you say a commander-in-chief should have on his resume in terms of military?
Well, as we look at it now, the U.S. is trying to, and when I say the U.S., Obama administration, he's trying to, and he's been trying for 7 years, trying to get us out of some of the mess up that George
Right.
Bush did, getting us into all those wars and all that, and spending all this money. When, if you remember correctly, back when Lyndon Johnson was president, the money that was spent in Vietnam was supposed to be money spent on the poor people, helping the poor,
Right.
jobs and all these other things, but ended up spending this money in Vietnam. Okay? Right now, the same thing is happening, and it's been happening since Bush got us into war. Now that Obama is trying to curve, because he got us, he got us out of the war. Got us out of the wars. I put it like this, because we still got some things going on, but the U.S. not the force it was back when George Bush got us in all these different wars and all of this. So he's been able to do that, but look at the money has been spent, and look at the money they started spending, and look at the money they spent in the last year trying to train some of these people,
Right.
man, and they had, I think they had 300 some people to train, and ended up with 30. Ended up with 3 or 4, and that was
Actually out on the field.
yeah, and they spent I think
I think it was like something like $500 million.
Yeah, and no result, nothing like that. I mean, no. So
Where do we put the blame for something like that?
to me, it's a thing kind of like Vietnam, really, because in Vietnam we were there, Koreans and all these other people there, okay? But the South Vietnamese, most of them wouldn't fight, Most of them wouldn't fight.
Oh.
So
So you're fighting for them?
right, and the North Vietnamese knew it, So what would happen is that say over here, North Vietnamese come in over here, they're running for their lives, you know. You know, so that's what we got got going on over there. You know, it's like people, U.S. study weapons, and everything is being left, and then the
Well, isn't that something we see happening up there in the Middle East, where these guys hightail it when ISIS came,
Right.
and left all the equipment.
that's what's
I mean,
happening.
Trucks and jeeps and
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's like we give the stuff to them, and they turn around and give it to our enemy.
Hmm.
You know, I mean, it's just, but you know, it's just outrageous. But let's get to the hard part of this.
My question for you then, Ahmad, with the 4, possibly a 5th Democrat coming in the race, and the 15, 16 or whatever is left of the Republicans, we know it's going to come down to 2 people.
Right.
Who are the likely 2, Democrat, Republican, to be in the final say? And what do you expect of them in terms of the military and our men and women out there?
You know, we it's a year away, so I'll project, and you know, we're looking at something that's a year away, and you know how it is, how things can change in
Right.
a year. But I'm just going to say my thoughts now, and maybe 6 months from now,
Could be completely
it'll be
different.
completely different. But I see it this way now. I see it as going to be Hillary against the mouth. You know,
Against who?
the mouth.
Who's
Trump.
that?
Trump. You know, this is.
I
You know,
more believe Jeb Bush is likely to come out on top, not Donald. Donald is going to fizz out because he's not giving any substance unless he's waiting until next year to start really putting out something substantive. Because as it stands, there's nothing to go on other than some anger.
well, you know, he has said nothing and done nothing. You know.
But he's still the top dog.
And
for them.
people, you know, people just, you know, people are voting for him, and
Well, you see, I think people are cashing in on the outsider who is dogging the Congress,
Right,
the Washington folks. The problem with that for me, though, is why is it these folks are talking about the Washington and Washington is broken, and yet they're looking to go into the broken system because they haven't come up with anything
No.
yet to fix it.
No.
What is the fix? What would you expect?
right. But see, this is the thing. This is why I'm saying that Trump will be the winner of the Republican thing, because if you look at it, Trump and this stupid guy, whatever his name, Carson, you know, I mean, you know, and it's really sad that we see a man educated, but simply don't know what to do, what to say, and things like this when he's put in front of people. And what I mean by that is that you got a black man out here saying the things that he's saying about Obama. You know, it's like,
Let me ask you something. Somebody asked Obama if he were able to, if he would run again and if he thinks he could win. He said yes, he thinks he could win. But Obama is not running now.
no.
So why are they wasting time about Obama?
Well, that's, you know, that's like these Republicans. They've been trying to tear Hillary Clinton down ever since, for the last 3 or 4 years. Oh, it was this.
Why
thing.
Obama?
Well, they figure if there's enough people out here who hate Obama, they don't care what he do, they just hate him. I was watching something. Oh, this was a year or so ago. There was at this rally, maybe 2 years ago, this rally, and this lady was, he's doing this and he's doing that, and they found out here she was dogging Obama on some of the things he was doing, all this, but she was getting some of the benefits, I mean, really. But you see, you got them kind of people out there.
You got the hypocrites around.
Yeah, you got these kind of people out there, So, I mean, it's like they just hate Obama as the president, And a lot of them, I got him. But and then people, I talk to people and the people, I don't think so. But, this country, about 4 years ago, they did a thing. 40-some%. If racism was 40-some%, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then what they said was, Obama could become president. When Obama became president, it raised to 55% of racism. So we see this country now as people just really hate Obama, and we're going to see that in the election too. We're going to see a lot of people not going to vote for Hillary Clinton because
she was with Obama.
Yes, but if I always look at it this way, they said in the 4 years, from one election to another one, they said in 2012 to 2016, there would be almost 3 million more voters. Okay, people who getting old, be old enough.
Right.
People be old enough and everything. They said that's how many it'll be, and and I know that most of those people will be Democrats, okay? But now it's a lot of them Republicans because it's a lot of young haters out here too.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of young haters. I mean, haters who 10, 11, 12 on like that. So, but they figure that if things go like it's been going for the last election and the last 2 elections, the younger people who are voting Democratic, and so they figure that Republicans may never win the presidency again. And in 2040, Hispanics will be the
majority.
The majority.
So, all right. Back to the debate tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Hillary and Bernie. You dismissed the other two folks.
Mm-hmm.
And I still think we can't count anybody out yet.
Okay.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
What does Bernie have to do to appeal to the nation? He has a good following. His stops have been well attended.
Oh, yeah.
But what does he need to say now to get those in the middle, those in between him, and those who are not sure about it? Just, yeah. What does he have to do to get them?
Well, one of the things is that I'm going to listen to see if he works on it some type of way. He's one of those people who don't believe in gun control and all of that. See, okay? He he simply don't believe in, and we need some type of gun. We need some type of gun control. He's one of those people, he's from up there, and he believes that, hey, many guns you want and all of that, hey, out there.
My understanding is that he has supported gun control.
Well,
and they were even commenting that, well, even in his state, which is kind of hard for him to do, but he does it.
Well, he'll let us explain it tonight.
Okay.
Because a lot of people are looking at that, and and I was watching when these three people from Black Lives Matter. I was looking at that. I think the people who was out there for Black Lives Matter, I think they did the whole thing wrong, and they did the thing wrong with Hillary Clinton because she was saying that, okay, y'all write down what you want and everything, and then I'll look at it, and then I'll be talking about it, and since then,
so state your case,
right,
and then
yeah.
I could go with you,
right, yeah, and then they kind of faded, after that. So, but they are saying that Bernie Sanders is going to have to come out, and say something about that. And they're talking about that they're saying that blacks and Hispanics are kind of, kind of waiting for him to say more, And, I always did like him, but so we just have to wait and see,
Okay.
A lot of the things that he's saying about Hillary, he's not talking about her, she's not talking about him. But tonight we're gonna find out points that we hadn't really thought about a lot on him, points on her, because she's changed her mind on a couple of things.
Okay.
So, we're gonna find out tonight, and they're going to have to tell about it.
Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Who taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate the race that you belong to?
Don't let anybody make you think that God chose America as his divine messianic force to be a sort of policeman of the whole world. God has a way of standing before the nations with judgment, and it seems that I can hear God saying to America, you are too arrogant. If you don't change your ways, I will rise up and break the backbone of your power, and I'll place it in the hands of a nation that doesn't even know my name. Be still and know that I'm God.